How you guys doing? Hey, Rob Cushing here from the BetterClaim.com music blog, and filming this video for you. Another kind of little unorthodox, off-kilter little video today. Before we go into the subject matter, I wanted to let you know that, as always, I hope you find this video of value. I include my personal contact information below in the description. So if you do find it of value and have any questions for me, okay, I want you to feel free to reach out to me. And you know, you can do so by email, by phone, Skype, Facebook, Twitter, what have you, okay? Connect with me socially. I'd love to hear from you. If you do find this video valuable, I'd ask you share it with others too, and that'd be great. Thank you so much for that. Also, I have a link to my subscriber list below. If you want to get on that, you can kind of find out more about how I've not only helped myself, but tons of other musicians and those in the music business, even traditional business, even those who are looking to start any of those. How I've been able to help them achieve some amazing amounts of success. Okay, so more on that in a bit. What I wanted to talk to today was, the question I get asked a lot is this, and they ask, what's the secret to a successful music career? And I also get more specific questions like how many times should I send my album to that record label, or what's the cutoff point for how many times I've called that club promoter, or how many times do I send out an MP, my album to a radio station to get played. Okay. Do you want to know the real answer to all those questions? Something tangible, not just some vague thing, something tangible you could shoot for. Here it is. The answer is 52. Now, before you start wondering if I've knocked a screw or two loose or start sending me hate email because I just misquoted The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, or something like that, there's a really plausible explanation for that answer. Okay. In any challenge that you face in your path to success, okay, whether it's music, anything else, okay, you're going to face challenges, you're going to face obstacles every single day of your life. Okay? Some are going to be minor, and some are going to be major. You're going to face a daily struggle in anything you do, right? And sometimes it's more difficult than other days, okay? So to tell whether you're going to come out on top or not, well, the real answer lies with you. But before we get to that, I want you to imagine the answer 52 as, and I don't have them around with me, unfortunately, but I want you to imagine the answer is a deck of playing cards, okay? And these cards are all mixed up so that you have no idea what order they're in until you flip the next card over, okay? So that said, the vast majority of the cards are made up of small numbers from 2 to 10, right? And that's the majority of your playing deck, right? Then you have a very small amount of cards, about maybe 12 out of those 52, that are face cards. Those are your jacks, your queens, and your kings, right? And those are certainly much better cards than any of the other majority of the cards you get in that deck, right? They're a bigger value, right? But there's not as many. And then you get to the aces. And those are the top cards, although there's only 4 of them out of your 52 that you select, okay? And those are the highest value but the least numerous, right? And because the ordering of the deck of the cards, you don't know what card's coming next. Was coming next. So because that deck of cards, the ordering you're given is unknown, you have no idea of when you're going to pull that ace. You have no idea if you're going to pull a 2 or 3 on the next thing. Odds are most likely, based on the numbering you have, okay, odds are most likely that you're going to have to pull a ton of lower cards first, all right? To the point that you're going to wonder if you're ever going to find another selection. All right, but here's the thing. In that deck of cards, you know that ace is in there somewhere, right? But sometimes, with the sheer number of cards available, some may view the result as never being able to pull the ace, or you feel there's going to be too many cards and too much time to deal with it, right? And this is where most musicians, this is where most entrepreneurs fail. They get discouraged at the cards they get to the point that they stop playing, never realizing that the ace was the next selection in line. That they just stopped 3 feet from their goal, not realizing that their success lay just around the corner, right? But if you know the end result, you know that ace is in there, you know the end result, you know if you keep plugging away consistently, you know if you never give up until you hit that ace, which you will if you try long enough, okay? then does it really matter what your selections before that were like? I mean, I used this in a past blog post, but look at it this way. For purposes of, I live in Massachusetts, right? I'm in Cape Cod here, so I'm a Red Sox fan, right? So if you knew the Red Sox were going to win the World Series that year, would it matter? Would it matter that the team was down by 5 in the first game, or that David Ortiz got hit by a ball in the 3rd inning? No. Because ultimately, that's not going to matter because you already know that victory is inevitable, right? And that is how you need to approach your music career, okay? That's how you approach any challenge you have in life, with any situation, any profession you're given that you may be in, okay? You approach it with confidence, you approach it with persistence, and you approach it with the end result in mind, okay? Those that prevail succeed. Those that stop drawing cards 3/4 of the way through the deck fail. It's as simple as that, okay? So how many times should you call that club promoter? At least 52 times. How many times should you send press kits to that record label? At least 52 times. How many times should you send your album to that radio station? At least 52 times. How many guitar players should you audition before you select your new one? At least 52 times. Okay? Because sometimes, and this is human nature, sometimes you may want to settle for the low-end number you're given, depending on what stage of the game you're in. Perhaps you're being impatient, or maybe you don't think you can do better. Okay? But do you really want to settle if you just pull a few more cards with the ace potentially in sight? And here's the thing, if you aren't ever getting through in any situation you face after 52 tries, it may not be the cards, but maybe you need to approach it from a new angle. From like a card playing perspective, like perhaps you should have been playing poker when instead you've been playing Go Fish the entire time. You know what I'm saying? You only learn from doing. You approach from a new angle, and then you try 52 more times, okay? So in closing, whenever you're facing challenges, you're facing adversity, and you wonder how far you need to stretch yourself to attain the key to a successful music career, to any successful accomplishment of any goal, the answer is always 52, okay? And I could tell you that I used to be one of those who drew from the deck constantly when trying to find success to pursue my music, and it literally took me 52 tries. 51 actually, till I finally pulled that ace that I wanted. But you don't have to go through so many cards, okay? What would you say if you didn't have to go through so many cards? If I could tell you where exactly in the deck that ace is, right? Would you feel the need to go through all those cards? No. Well, if you want the answer on that, it starts with getting on my subscriber list. My link for that is below, as well as, like I said, the link to this original blog post. It's going to help you pinpoint that ace now, okay? So once again, that link to my subscriber list is below. That will help you pinpoint the ace. If you're working with me, you get on there and you find out more from me about how you can take your band, you can take your music business, you can take your traditional business, you can take, even if you're going to try and start out in any of those things, you can take those to the next level. But in order for me to let you know where that ace is, you need to reach for the deck of cards first, okay? So sign up with me on my subscriber list. You can find out more there, okay? There's even a link there. If you want to lock arms with me today and get started on jacking that up to the next level, okay, for $25, you can lock arms. I'll lock arms with you personally and help get you going on that, okay? And like I said, I also have my contact info below. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me, connect with me socially. If you found value in this video, I hope you have, please feel free to share it and reach out to me. Let me know that, okay? So once again, Rob Cushing from the BetterClaim.com music blog, and hope you enjoyed this video, and share it around, and we'll take care.